What's going on, everybody? My name's Diary Tailstorm. Obviously, I'm the. No, I mean, obviously, I sound conceited by saying that. Let's start this over. My name's Diary Tailstorm. Right now, I'm hosting UF Team One's adventure for third place here in the USNACG League of Legends tournament. As Glaxus behind me yells, that's okay. He's gonna do that. That's fine. So we got a good one. This one's actually really important for prize money and for pride, really more so. I heard $444 for the team that wins this game. 0 for the loser is the numbers I've been hearing. It's like first place was 888, second place 666, and third place $444. I mean, there's 5 people on the team. You can't split something that's only divisible by 4, but you know. It's okay. That's not something to really complain about right now. So
shit.
for the most part, yes, you have to deal with my shit, Charles.
I'm not talking to you.
I know.
Fuck off.
So for the most part, it actually looks like we have pretty even squads.
Oh.
Matching up ranks. Going from top to bottom, I'm gonna start with the I have to call them NACG squad because again they don't have a team name. Diamond 5 versus UF Team 1's Diamond 4, Plat 1 versus Diamond 4, Diamond 3 versus Diamond 1, Diamond 5, Diamond 5, Diamond 5, Diamond 5. It's pretty even across the board. There is a slight advantage, I'd say, towards UF Team 2 or UF Team 1. I don't really know anything about the other team. They didn't even have a team name, so I'll see if I can't, op.gg my way into this, see if I can't find anything about these guys. BUXTON Kitchen is the top laner. Hopefully it's just as it is in all caps. Cusss with 3 S's. CS2114 Lab. Best Singer. And xMaoNan. Looks like Cusss is actually Diamond 2. Okay. Alright, so let's go through this again. Top lane, BUXTON Kitchen is Diamond 5. The jungler Cusss is Diamond 2. As we get into the game, mid laner is Diamond 3, and then xMaoNan, the solo queues platform looks like he's Diamond 5, and Flex and Diamond 5 ADC. So as we get through this, Orange Band coming through, again, very standard stuff. I'm pretty sure these guys have been op.gg, at least for the both sides. They kind of know what they want to target. Ornn, though not really a champion we see Coma play. He plays with aggressive stuff, and then he has a Galio to fall back upon. Right now flexing his muscle a little bit. A GP ban probably geared towards that top lane. Not really a ban we normally see. Does BUXTON Kitchen play him? Unless BUXTON Kitchen's the ADC. Oh boy. They made this hard on me, didn't they? Best Singer play it? Yeah, it's Best Singer. Okay, Best Singer's the one that actually plays it. Might be the mid lane champion. So UF looks like they're just going for, target banning, whereas we see some standard bans coming out of the NACG squad. And for the most part, there's not a whole lot to really say as the bans come through kind of slowly. Last ban for both sides. I can't really predict, what the NACG squad is going to ban. If they're going to ban generic things, I wouldn't be surprised if they ban mid lane. Ezreal, kind of standard ban. They're leaving up all of ProPhase's champions. They're kind of assuming, who cares if he's a Twist Fate one trick, I can beat a Twist of Fate, or I can beat a Victor, or unless this is something where they have everything planned out, they just want to say, yeah, we'll let you play these champions, but they're not OP, we could play our OP champions, or something. That kind of stuff I'm not entirely sure about at the moment, but as far as everything else goes, Xin Zhao ban actually coming through for the last for UF Team 1. That's geared directly towards NACS2114 Lab. I don't know what to call him. NA Lab? laboratory. I don't know. I'll call him laboratory. Thresh, sorry, Leona being the first pick for the NACG side. Thresh, Zach coming through for actually lolersa and Salamander Man. Zach, you know, again, one of Salamander Man's best champions. That's something, you know, anybody in the UF community gets really excited to see. And it's by far his best champion. I'm surprised, you know, he gets it here. Although Cusss, it seems like, you know, these guys are pretty evenly matched by rank, if not advantage one way or the other. Varus and Jace coming through, a blue side Varus. You know, you hear a lot about, you know, red side Varus, at least when the lethality was out. Now he's pretty much on hit / crit. Has a different kind of role, although, you know, being a blue side Varus, not going to have a whole ton of dragon control unless they get ahead in the bot lane. So with a Leona Varus lane, you have to expect, you know, a lot of bot lane pressure. And with no junglers here on the side of the NACG squad, you have to think of jungler bans. Yeah, so Elise comes through. You have to really think about jungle bans here. Get rid of a lot of high priority junglers, because, you know, otherwise, you know, you're going to get bot lane focus. I mean, that's what this Varus is going to do. Varus can control objectives from insanely far away with his ultimate, but if he's behind, he's not going to be able to protect that dragon pit at all. That was the nice thing about red side Varus. You know, whenever you heard about it, is that, like, even if his team's behind, you know, he still has access to that dragon area. He can still control it very, very well. Malzahar being banned, but the Twisted Fate was already picked. That's a questionable ban, in my opinion. I'm expecting another jungle ban, though, to come out. Kha'Zix, yeah. So a lot of, you know, high damage early game junglers. Kha'Zix maybe less so of an early game jungler, but, you know, something that does damage, you know, getting them off the board. Because, you know, they know this is going to be a bot lane focused game. You know, Zach, well, while he has really good counter gank, you know, once he misses that E, his potential falls to just his Q. Hitting those Qs or whatever until he has his 6. So I'm not saying, you know, anything bad about the ganks, but the Varus can stay very, very safe with a Leona, and with a high priority, you know, early mid game jungler, you know, they can really stay safe no matter what happens on there and really create a lot of pressure on the bot side of the map. And as of right now, you know, I think it was a good read by the UF squad, banning out 4 junglers this time around. Fat Booty looking to pick up the Tristana. A little bit of a playmaker. He does get it. You know, and at this point, you know, you're setting up a nice backline protect comp. If that's what it comes down to, you have a nice engage potential out of the Zach. Thresh hitting a nice hook, but you stay really safe with it. You know, Twisted Fate having a little bit of CC, Tristana able to knock someone away, and with the Jax pick, you know, I'm nothing against it, but you already have, you know, a Jace. They go with the Jax. You know, there's no AP. No AP, and, you know, I don't know if this Jax can get in. He Tristana ult him right out. Gold card to his Fate, you know, will prompt. I mean, that, you know, could be easily, you know, negated by the Jax counter strike, but Nautilus come through as the last pick in the top lane. So no AP this game. This should just be an armor stack game. If I'm University of Florida, picking a top laner, pick something so tanky. Yeah, I mean, Darius even works so well here. You just stack armor. All you want to do is stack armor. The Darius works. I feel like it's a little bit more risky, although it, you know, does allow you the potential of pulling away a lot of pressure from the bottom side of the map. With, you know, you have a really safe bottom lane. I mean, you have Thresh, nice disengage. Tristana can just jump out. You know, I really like the draft out of UF, except for maybe the Darius pick. I know Darius is Coma's favorite champion to play. It is one of his best champions. But as far as, you know, I kind of, you know, what they could do with this comp, you know, you really want a little bit more CC, I think, and a little bit more peel. Darius doesn't quite offer that, though he does offer a lot of damage, but, you know, it's really going to come down to can Thresh, Twisted Fate, and Tristana use their CC on the right targets and keep the backline safe, because, you know, that's going to be the main thing to look at in a lot of these team fights. Jace looking for shockwaves on the side, Jax diving on top, Leona diving on top, Varus free eating from behind, Nautilus diving, and you know, just different factor like that. You know, all you have out of UF is a Zach dive. Darius is just going to be trying to run around, try to build up stacks, bleed stacks, and eventually 100 to 0 carry. But um, it, I feel like with the extra CC, you'd be able to get away with a lot more fights. I could be completely wrong, although you'd fall completely onto a Tristana carry comp at that point, but um, it'd be a bit safer. So looking at everything in review. Sorry, as my cursor is on the screen, just whatever. Nautilus, Jax jungle, actually, Jace mid lane, Varus AD carry, and a Leona support going up against Darius, Zac, Twisted Fate, Tristana, Thresh on the side of the University of Florida. As I already mentioned, it will be a very bot lane centric, bot lane focused game. The Jax jungle, very prominent in solo queue, has a nice gank potential with the QE, can force flash. It's just at that point, is the play overextended? Does Zac end up getting a counter gank? Because then that's when the Jax jungle can really start to fall apart in a team-oriented game. When everyone's able to communicate together. Everything is going to rely in these team fights on Leona hitting her solar flare, Jax being able to get on top of an enemy, Tristana needing to Buster shot him out, Buster shot the Jax out, get the Leona off the backline, and like I said, I'm just a little bit worried. I think that Coma can get insanely far ahead off a top lane, but at the same time, I think he'd be easily ganked. Nautilus doesn't really have to try a whole lot to set up the gank. Really, at most he has to hit a hook, which is still pretty wide. It could be hard to hit against a good player, but xMaoNan, I'm pretty sure, is a fantastic player himself, so he should be able to land it. And Jax can usually gank top, and at that point, the bot lane focus, sure, it's not quite there, but then you're entirely relying on the Zac then having to go down there and make sure that the Varus doesn't get ahead, because Varus Leona at 6 is going to be a very volatile lane to try to deal with. For most part of the early going, I expect there to not be a whole ton, except maybe around the top side of the map. I don't really see bot lane having too much influence to it, unless you get a nice TP play out of xMaoNan, or NA Lab gets a good gank off. There's no wards down there, or maybe the Zac gets a nice gank up on the top lane, gets the Darius ahead early. I think everything's gonna happen towards the top side of the map. I think you could see a few flashes blown towards the bottom side. Mid lane could see something. Jace does do a lot of damage. I wouldn't really be entirely surprised by it. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and get into this game. I'm going to fix up some of these nameplates. I should have actually fixed these a little bit ago. Go. Yeah, my bad about some of these. Alright, so as we go ahead and get into this, I can hypothesize all I want. But, finally looking at some of the runes coming through, seems pretty standard for the most part, everything that we are seeing. Go ahead and reorganize this for all of you guys. And yeah, we're underway here actually. See if I can't maybe catch a glimpse of something that they're doing a little bit differently. Oh, this shit ended up. Okay, that's annoying. Thanks, Riot. There we go. All right, so starts pretty standard across the board. Only difference, being an AD mid versus an AP mid. I think the Jace can get ahead. Unless ProPhase is able to really play this very smartly. This is his one-trick champion. He is Diamond 1 with this champion alone. So, we'll see if he makes NACG team pay for it, you know, for letting him have this champion or not. Excuse me, sorry. Looks like red start for the Jacks, and it will be standard chicken start. Raptors, and they're chickens. Standard chicken start for Salamander Man. And you know, again, looking at ranks, you know, pretty much even, maybe I think an edge actually towards the NACG squad. This, and like I said, third place match, game 1. Best of 3 for $444 to the winning team of this game. The USNACG League of Legends tourney getting underway. And again, nothing surprising, no invades. I think the one thing though is guaranteed is that they know that this Zac is starting on the top side. I think you can guess it, that the Jack started red, just based off how the Nautilus goes back in the lane. But you know, both teams pretty good understanding of where the other team, the other jungler is starting at. And I expect bot lane to be pretty safe for the most part. Top lane, you know, this is, you can actually press the attack Darius. Already, you know, oh, that's a little much there, Coma. A little early to be spamming those emotes. You know, early though, Barranco Coma on this Darius able to, you know, get a little bit of level 1 advantage up to CS early. You know, in this mid lane, no, that's exactly what we expect. The Jace just out-poked the Twisted Fate, especially early on in this game. He's gonna pot right back up though and be fine. Let's see if he can't get the Jace to burn more mana. That was a really nice trade, actually, coming out of Best Singer. And it's actually going to be an NA Lab looking mid while Coma goes into the blue side jungle on the blue buff. Nice trade on to BUXTON Kitchen there. I can't take this name. Salamander actually get dropped really low by NA Lab. He does have his passive still, so may not have been a big deal. ProPhase could have been there, but it could have really turned something bad. I think he's fine. No, NA Lab looking towards top lane. Ward's in the tri-bush. Homer doesn't really know. He's kind of guessing it, playing back a little bit more. ProPhase able to shove in that mid wave. Everything going pretty standard otherwise, other than a few trades going. Yeah, NACG Jack's pinging towards the top side. And Coma looks like he's playing this one really safe. He knows something's up. Don't know maybe if UF is communicating this with him. But he's playing extra far back right now, especially with this wave pushing into him. He should be fine. He steps up, and that's actually going to be the trigger for NA Lab to go. Coma knows something's up. He's going to be able to get out of this. No, that's to be first blood towards xMaoNan. Coma had ghost, burnt it, wasn't able to get out. That's the only unfortunate part about playing the stairs. You know, you expect things to go towards the top side. You want, you know, you have to know that things can go bottom side, but you know, taking away a lot of the junglers that were taken away. A gank from Jax on the bottom side with a Zac counter engage. Salamander Man was on the bottom side of the jungle. He thought that that's where NA Lab would be out as well, but it wasn't. Was up top side. Punishes Coma for not warding, having stepped up. And like I said, that, you know, just Nautilus, so good at setting up ganks. Not at all the most difficult thing to do. And then that's actually be a flash gold card coming out for ProPhase, and a nice kill onto Best Singer by Salamander Man, actually picking up that one. You know, KS. Yeah, you do. ProPhase, this gonna be Coma again getting dove onto the top side. There's a lot of minions, but surely he is going to get taken down here. Actually, really doing a good job with this. Playing this gang so far, gets a flash on NA Lab, and he's going to go down. Low health bar on NA Lab, but he's going to be just fine. 0-2 on this Darius on the top side, and Salamander Man still playing the bottom side of the map here. Really expecting NA Lab to be somewhere, but isn't. And he's protecting his bot lane, but at the same time, you have to be communicating it to Coma that, you know, that's where NA Lab's going to be. You know, you're in that bottom side quadrant for such a long time. He hasn't shown at this point. Now you just have to wonder, can they make the adjustments to keep Coma a bit safer here on this Darius? You know, too many more Destiny, he's going to fall behind to Nautilus to the point where Nautilus is going to outtrade. Salamander Man actually looking towards the bottom side. lolersa stepping up. Hits a nice hook onto the Varus. Don't know Zach quite yet. There's the Zach. There's going to be a TP coming out from xMaoNan, as well as NA Lab being here on the bottom side of the map. Nice hook, but a nice play coming out of lolersa is not going to matter, as Leona's going to hit her Zenith Blade. Be a kill for Cusss onto lolersa. To see if Booty can't trade anything else. It's a 5-man party down boss. Salamander Man, see if he can't get out. That's going to be the passive proc from the Zach. Fat Booty's going to do his best to try to do anything to keep his friends safe. That's Salamander Man going down, and Fat Booty sticks around too long, goes down as well. Late ultimate TP coming out from ProPhase, and it is just a disaster on the bottom side of the map. Coma trying to get something, get a little bit of damage on this top side turret. It's not going to go down though. He's not in the early going. Gonna get some nice damage, but that's a lot of gold going towards the NACG side so early in this one. And, you know, looking at the current CS distribution, you know, that's even CS on the top side, plus a kill and 4 assists going towards the Nautilus. Looking mid, sure, there's a 26 advantage for ProPhase, but there's a kill and assist on this Jace to just the assist of just Fate. Her kill up neutralizes anything that's there. Fat Booty down by a couple of assists and 9 CS at this point. A little bit behind there. And the Leona has to have a little bit more gold right now. Using those, as use that relic stack, I think maybe once more. And you can just see that this is the pressure right now. This is the Leona zoning out lolersa. They're not able to really do anything, forces Fat Booty away from these minions. You can see a couple of them die until they regroup back down here. A nice level advantage actually on the supports. And they actually ping up towards the top side. Salamander Man going on this side. Doing a nice job. Como actually with a late pull. There's going to be 3-man up top, and that is going to be xMaoNan going down. So, you know, a little bit of life coming out of the UF squad here. On this one, a nice Zenith Blade. Leona, Fat Booty's going to be able to jump out. He's going to get all that explosive charge stacks off, and is a nice trade back. Man, meanwhile, going to clear up some vision for his buddy in the mid lane. And everything's going to go back to normal. 1k gold lead here in the early going for the NACG squad. So actually about 800. That's the difference. And a nice gank here onto this Jace. Going to CC him up with a gold card as well. Going to drop below. Are they going to be able to kill him? Going to knock him back. Salamander Man picks up the kill on the best singer. Fat Booty chopped really low meanwhile. It's going to be free damage on this bot side turret. And NA Lab, the top quadrant in the map. You can see how far back though Barranco Coma is having to sit. This might actually be first turret going for the NACG side squad. It'd be a nice hook onto Leona under turret. Gonna CC up the AD carry, you know, maybe not the best focus, and that's gonna be Leona staying alive. Salamander Man needed to be on that Leona, dealing damage there. Actually, it's there's a nice TP ghost here. Gonna pick up the Leona kill. Actually burns his ult for it. And that is going to be the kill also on the Cusss, so miscommunication by the NACG side squad. UF team 1 is going to actually defend the bottom turret. There's going to be some turret damage traded. Fat Booty heading up there as fast as he can, but NA Lab is also there. He has to be careful with this. And meanwhile, you know, Best Singer trying to push out the mid lane. Not being super effective at it. Probably not trying to fast push it. This is actually going to be first turret. They're going for it. Yeah, this is actually going to be first turret. Going towards the NACG blue squad. Right here. Be split gold onto the Jackson Nautilus. This mid lane turn really low. They're actually going to be able to trade back this turret. Salamander Man looking nice zone here. Gonna get found out here by BUXTON Kitchen. Able to get out. I love that name, by the way, BUXTON Kitchen. Such a random name. You know, and you look at grand scheme of things, yeah, you know, you lose first turret gold, trade back mid turret though. That opens up the map a little bit more. Top turret really low versus the bot turret being really low for the NACG squad. You know, so you look at it, you know, be 2 turrets to 2. Sure, there's first turret gold going towards the blue team. But that mid lane turret being open unlocks this Twisted Fate just a little bit more. Jace having to play extra careful. Not a very mobile champion. A nice double play. Got lolersa. So the other thing it's gonna sometimes gonna be Jax jumping in. Salamander Man's already out of this fight. And the late TP coming through from the Nautilus gonna go in onto ProPhase. See, they can't actually get him here. Trying to tower dive, maybe they're gonna force him off this turret. Nice hook on a lolersa. He forces his flash out, and that's going to be a turret. All that will be a turret, but it's just going to be a trade. No kills actually picked up. Sure, you know, UF team, you know, UF blows a few more sums, but you know, eventually this top lane turret is going to be traded, and it's actually going to be the Dragon started up, the Mountain Drake, for the NACG blue side squad as of right now. And there's the tower going down on the top side of the map. So, you know, the tower is even. Only a 200 gold advantage right now. Sure, there's a Drake now. It's 100 even. You know, just at this point, the only difference is 1 kill for UF and 1 dragon for the NACG squad. So at this point, you know, what are you looking for? Black Cleaver gets picked up by the Darius. At this point, should be able to handle the Nautilus. Has more kill pressure on him now. Got a kill or 2 in there. You know, right back to where he wants to be. Has a little bit of a CS advantage. It's building up there. You know, your Zach doing great work across the map. The Jax pick actually doing wonders right now for the NACG squad, staying pretty safe and, you know, showing off a nice little bit of counter gank potential. But perhaps, you know, if UF can make the adjustment of not overstaying, you know, they get a nice collapse and they overstay and they give up a lot. You know, they lost on the map. Like, you know, this is coming, but you don't want to lose too much for it. And actually, to be Salamander Man getting jumped up on by 5 members in the NACG squad, and he's actually going to get his passive pop will end up going down. And we see Barranco Coma. That's the counterplay. The bottom side of the map pushing. You know, this might be Herald actually for the NACG squad. Maybe? Yeah, the Jax is going to start it up with the Nautilus. 3 are going to respond mid lane. ProPhase and lolersa going to hop right on out of here. And yeah, they're going to get out perfectly safe. Coma dealing a lot of damage. This bot lane turn actually is probably going to go down. Be a nice trade. So the Red Tail does go down for the Jax. It will probably unlock the mid lane, mid portion of the map, which is actually then that retrospective nice trade, and it'll go back to being dead even if this is popped. Varus pops the also gonna be a nice flash out by ProPhase. And Salamander Man getting a nice engage on the mid lane, actually gonna be dropped really low. Does go down to the ignite from the Jays. That booty though kind of free hitting. It's gonna get ulted by the Nautilus. He's gonna step a little bit too far. It goes down, double kill for the Jays. lolersa goes down to Cusss as well. Actually, it's gonna be Coma. Gonna dunk on 1. Gets a flash out of the Jays. ProPhase going to look for the gold card. He's gonna son of NA Lab. He goes down too. I'm still trying to learn all these guys' names. And you know, Alk actually said it best. You know, the support jungle engage is really out of sync. You can see the Salamander Man did go in on that. You know, the Thresh really wasn't quite there, like in the bot side earlier. You know, Zach, you know, is a nice hook out of lolersa, hooks the Leona under turret, drops really low, but Salamander Man thinks that lolersa can clean it up, goes on to 80 carry, miscommunication, and then the Leona gets out perfectly fine, sure, really low, but is gonna back anyways. So at this point, you know, we're pretty even this game. 9 kills to 9, 3 turrets to 3. The 200 gold means nothing. I mean, it's 40 gold difference per player. But you have to think, you know, where is the difference come out of? You have to think with all the assists this Nautilus has, that makes up for the 30 CS, 20 CS, sorry, 20 CS advantage. Oh, he took a jungle camp. I forgot that's worth 4 now. But you know, a lot of this difference is actually in the mid lane. 33 CS advantage for ProPhase, and actually 1 extra assist, plus a couple levels, or plus a couple deaths. I mean, he's up a level as well. That's where a lot of the difference is right now in this game. Fat Booty though, is the entire goal lead there was then neutralized in the bot lane, with Fat Booty being significantly far behind, just 89 CS right now, approaching the 16-minute mark with 118 on Cusss Varus. That's going to be a nice engage out of Salamander Man. Is going to force the flash out from Best Singer. It's actually going to be a re-engage onto the Zac. He's able to go right out, and that's actually going to be ProPhase getting dropped down by NA and gets taken down. Don't quite know what happened there. Camera kind of panned over a little bit late, but the split pushing Twist of Fate does get taken down. Unacceptable, and now it's just huge force across the map. It's going to be a TP from behind. Like, oh my, he's still trying to get him to go. Salamander Man able to kind of CC up one of them up. Darius is going to get a nice ball onto the Leona. I see they can't get something out of this one. Varus is free hitting. The Jace has rejoined him. Coma, nice ult. Oh, not a nice ult, actually. Doesn't get him. He gets taken down. It's kind of double kill. Takes down lolersa as well. And on a force, and meanwhile, Jack's just been split pushing the bot lane turret this entire time. And things start to open up for the NACG side squad. You just have to think, here within the past couple minutes, just everything's fallen apart. Mid lane turret goes down too, I don't really know about that force there. After you miss that engage, if you blow the flash, leave it be. So they try to force with the Darius TP, they don't get anything out of it. No focus onto the Varus means he's free hitting. And that Leon's just a bit too tanky to not be focusing. That's actually going to be a nice hook coming out of lolersa. Up in the back here from this Jace. He's going to try to take down Fat Booty. Doesn't. Best Singer does go down. lolersa picking up that one. Supports deserve all the kills. ADCs get all the assists. And just like that, backing too far forward, giving away a lot of the pressure they once had. It might be a Cloud Drake. Actually, this is probably going to be a Cloud Drake going towards UF. Like that, dragons are pretty much neutralized. Sure, they're different elements, but it's got to be back to even. UF just wants 2 kills and 2 turrets, and they'll be back to where they want to be. Down 3k gold, 18 minutes into this game, and they just need these picks right now. Clearly not able to out-team fight the NACG side squad because just how tanky the other team is. They haven't built up a lot of armor themselves to really neutralize this full AD comp, and Coma, with the lone black cleaver, not able to put on the stacks fast enough as of right now. Not able to stay alive to put on stacks on everybody fast enough. Does have the Berserker's Greaves to do that. And it looks like he's actually working on the Titanic as well. There'll be a lot of vision, though, coming into UF's jungle by the NACG squad. Be the red buff stolen away for Cusss. And Fat Booty desperately trying to clear the top part of the top portion of the map. It's NA Lab. And Cusss trying to push into the turret here on this one and get rid of the last non-base turret. The Varus actually being burnt. Coma ghosting to try to grab this Jace. Doesn't. Because again, this is where the Jace pick. This is where the Jace pick is. Actually, ProPhase is a nice. Oh, and it's gonna be Cusss caught completely out, and you have to looking to extend out this one here. Nice stun out of NA Lab. Actually dodges the pull out of the Darius. He's still gonna get slowed up, and do they have enough to get back on top? Salamander Man, nice flash by ProPhase. Just gonna pick up NA Lab, and it's gonna be a nice pull again onto Leona, and that's gonna be 3-0 for the UF squad, with Baron coming live in 10 seconds. All that's left is Best Singer with this Jace and xMaoNan on this Nautilus. That's actually what they're looking for. Nice juke out of ProPhase, by the way. And this is actually to be the 20-minute Baron started up. Cusss is up, still trying to run from base. Maybe the Jace can land a miracle shock blast. Shock blast. Baron's taking a little bit to do. And they have to know something's up, unless they're just going to give it up. Coma trying to back now early. You see everyone's unsure about it. Such a slow Baron. They are going to smite it away. It looks like the UF squad will get away quickly unscathed. They were off the map for so long. The NACG squad didn't realize it, didn't think to check. They had the Jace. They probably just didn't have the vision to go check it, but you know, just, I have to wonder, you know, you have those shock blasts to check through the bushes and everything. See what my boy Alk here has to say. Just do a lot of damage. You know, UF has a lot of utility in engage, but a big issue is that they don't have anything, you know, once the Zaki is burnt and ProPhase decides to use his R, you know, to catch out somebody. That's really it. Like, sure, they have the Thresh hooks to catch someone out, but they don't really have a lot of hard engage outside of the Zac. You know, and then the Darius, what does it have? You know, it can come from behind, you know, pull away some of the front line, feel that way, build up the stacks, and like that. But, you know, at that point, you know, the entire comp from UF is pretty much completely out damaged until Darius gets those stacks on, and by then, you know, it's just the shred. You know, that a Jax, Jason, Varus has is enough to get through a Darius, especially with this build. Gomez is going to get jumped on here by NA Lab, but the rest of UF is actually here to get him. Is Coma going to stay alive? Yes, he will. Nice heal out of Fat Booty. He's going to keep him alive. The engage here onto Fat Booty is going to be fine. Nice 3-man ult by Salamander Man. Keep his team safe, but you know, now players are dropping low. It has to be BUXTON Kitchen going down. Fat Booty with the reset is going to get the explosive charge stacks off. Fail flash by xMaoNan, and that's going to be Fat Booty resetting in this game. Turn it, hurry, ProPhase gonna get Cusss. That's a 5-for-0 ace coming out of UF. Where did that come from? Bot lane turret and inhib. Maybe the game. CS Lab, or NACG Lab is up. BUXTON Kitchen in 2 seconds. So they're going for the game. Really risky, really low health bars here. And the rest of the team is going to be up very soon. That's actually going to be, Fat Booty's going to get jumped out. Is he going to die here? Yes, he does, because he's going to get shut down. NA Lab does get taken down himself too, but the rest of the NACG squad is up, and that bot and that last turret is still there. I mean, trying to get it doesn't. You know, a little bit of greed there. Not a whole lot will probably come out of it. That top lane turret, you know, could be a focus. There's a lot of minions there. ProPhase will probably be able to get there though, but certainly the damage will be done up there. ProPhase, by the way, 7-1-10. All this twisted fate. To consider the draft phase, it's just the ban phase, you know, not panning out this guy's TF. Certainly just a huge asset. Everybody's going to come back up here and be completely reset. UF, with a lot of Baron pressure. Baron not going to be up for a little bit, but that bot inhib is going to still be down by the time it comes back up. Infernal Drake in 15 seconds is going to be the next thing that UF is going to look towards, actually. And Zac leapfrogs his way around the map. That's my most favorite thing to watch him do. And meanwhile, there's going to be a lot of vision setup, and I'm going to grab this Infernal Drake, actually. You can see Best Singer taking a very strange recall. Actually, Varus having to farm in the base, not able to clear these minions. Oh, wait, I thought it was Infernal. What? The picture is always Infernal. Okay, it's an Ocean Drake, whatever. The picture showed Infernal Drake, so I thought it was an Infernal Drake. I didn't quite see what the next dragon's gonna be. No, please, let me peek. Oh, camera doesn't like me. That's okay. It's gonna be I guess no, everyone's just gonna pile on here in the mid lane. ProPhase is gonna head towards top. Actually, get that kind of going. That's gonna be the mid inner turret falling. Another turret for UF. It's gonna extend this gold lead to about 4K. And they're knocking on the door. The second inhib turret that they would like to claim in this game. That's not Nexus turret, you know, is regaining health slowly, but it's still pretty low. Go down there, and ProPhase trying to push up top lane. They're really trying to get this kind of synchronized pressure up there. They're actually going to get it here. They require a team effort to clear out that bot side turret. The entire explosive charge used on that mid lane turret drops it by about a quarter. So now it's having to deal with ProPhase. Missed ult by the Varus onto the mid lane, actually. That engage. Quite there. ProPhase trying to beat up here. on xMaoNan, doing a good job of dodging out a lot of these TF cards. In this top inner turret, you know, dropping almost half right now. Bot is shoving in. At some point, someone's gonna have to go deal with that, and there's gonna be an advantage across the map. You see actually Fat Booty going towards mid lane, you know, with this Jace. lolersa is gonna regroup with him. Actually, the entire UF squad is gonna regroup up with him. The bot lane really pushing in now. They have to go deal with it before they lose that extra turret, and that might mean they give up top lane. That's actually going to be the top lane going down. And xMaoNan, you should have left a while ago, friend. You're going to get picked. You're down and out for the count. That booty picks up that one. Nice hook out. There's an onto Cusss. Going to get exploded by Coma. Leona is trying to disrupt this fight at all. Trying to get it. Nice. Double kill here coming out from Coma. And, you know, Fat Booty's going to make sure that ProPhase gets that one secured. 4 for 0 and just a turn in this game. But you can do that! You can do that! I didn't know you could see going like that. And nice play of Salamander Man closes out game 1. Turns this game in a hurry. Well played. GG. UF finds a way in the end. 24 kills in 26 or so minutes. Wow. Thinking about everything. I mean, just
Yeah, be a good boyfriend.
the NACG squad was doing really good, you know, in that early game, doing what they wanted. The Jacks, I felt like they executed the game plan perfectly, you know, especially as a lot of the things I had outlined with what they wanted to do. But when it came to the mid game, especially when they got that lead, you know, it was just a bad force by UF. It, you know, it wasn't really anything. I didn't lose this game, by the way. It really wasn't anything that the NACG squad did. It was just everything that the UF squad was doing wrong. Really over forcing, over chasing, you know, extending plays for just too long. You know, there were some nice plays the NACG squad made on the bottom side of the map, but you know, it's just mainly for flashes, and at that point it just becomes mistakes where UF overstays. You know, you're gonna give up that turret, but said they try to stay, burn more flashes, they lose bot outer turret, and just things like that. And eventually then, you know, you get your Darius to TP in, pick a nice couple kills, but then you stick around, and that's when you lose even more kills in the mid lane, you know, losing the mid inner turret. Because, you know, you extend a pick just a bit too far. Varus ends up free hitting off of a Darius TP, just not able to get on top of the Varus, free hitting in that topside jungle. And at that point, you know, those are just all the things that were going wrong. And finally, UF is able to regroup and say, okay, this is what we need to get done. Get a little bit more farm. Fat Booty scaling, struggle a bit early, getting his CS numbers back up and everything. No, by getting his items, hits his 2 item spike on this Tristana, and it's, you know, they just take off. They play these fights so immaculately. You know, 5 for 0s multiple times. You know, and just exposing why you can't run a full AD comp, exposing why, you know, Jack's in in this team setting, maybe not the best jungler versus something like a Zach, but Salamander Man by like just going off multiple man knockups. Multiple man knockups. Yeah, that's words. That's a legit sentence. And just lots of CC coming through there, you know, really winning a lot of these fights, keeping his backline safe, and that's exactly what we said. You know, how's his backline to stay safe? Is Thresh, Twisted Fate, Tristana maybe will keep the backline safe. You know, apparently I completely forgot about Zach, you know, getting multiple knockups, keeping his backline safe, preventing the Leona actually in that second to last fight from getting onto them. You know, pretty clean if you want to talk about closing the game, maybe not necessarily the entire game, with the one exception being, you know, overstaying for the Nexus turrets. They thought maybe they could end or at least grab both turrets and get out. No. Very risky pick, but otherwise, you know, nothing bad came out of it because they already had taken the Baron. Overall, nice victory here in game 1, and we'll be back for game 2, hopefully relatively soon. That's usually how this has gone. Stay tuned, everybody.